Good morning, guys. Theo here on Common Sense. Out here in the morning, waiting for the morning sun to come out. As you can see, it's just about to. And by the way, if we still can see it here, maybe if I make the screen dark again, by the chimney there, that's the full moon. That's pretty cool. So, okay, guys, I wanted to make another video on the difficult today. And I'm wearing my difficult outfit. I think it's going to be the difficult outfit for a few videos at least. Look kind of like a fitness Jedi, you know. But yeah, guys, a big problem we have in this day and age is that people think that, you know, things are not supposed to be difficult. Difficult emotions, stuff that's just tough to deal with, may that be physically or emotionally, you know. People think that's bad, you know, because it's difficult. And it's so easy not to have to face the difficult these days. You know, just think about how most people can live their life. You don't really have to train with your body just to survive. You can just go and pick up junk food. You don't have to cook food. You can pick up food that just makes your taste buds explode at any minute. And you don't really have to walk anywhere if you don't want to. These e-scooters, can you see them in the background? I wish I could zoom in, but yeah, right there. There's a whole gang of them, you know. And yeah, you don't really have to find a romantic partner to, you know, reproduce and have sex and experience that pleasure. You don't really have to. You can just watch strangers on the screen and get that visual stimulus and do that. And yeah, you don't really have to spend any time with your thoughts, just doing introspective work, you know, facing your inner demons and thinking about the difficult things you go through in life, because you can always numb yourself by just mindlessly scrolling on the phone or just binge watching Netflix or playing video games all the time and that. And I'll say all these things that I mentioned, it's not that you can't have any of it at all, but it's like people avoid the difficult to such a degree. They just want the nice, the feel good, the good feels. And the thing is, guys, it is impossible. Life is difficult. No matter what you do, it's just, you have to choose. You're making a choice. Do I choose the easy and comfy now so that the difficult comes, you know, to take what it's owed in the future, or do I choose the difficult now so that a lot of things aren't difficult and that the things that still are difficult will be, I way 1,000 times better at dealing with? Because that's how it works, guys. That's what happened to me with the panic attacks. I had for so long shied away from the difficult. I knew some things that were off with me, and that I probably, like I knew probably that if I trained better and if I exposed myself to certain things that made me very afraid, uncomfortable, nervous, that were very difficult for me, I knew that this was probably going to make a difference for me. But in that state, I still chose to shy away from the difficult. I, you know, try to get laid all the time, and also I watch porn, of course. I drink and party too much. I take every opportunity for that. I never think about tomorrow, you know. And yeah, I just hide away. When the difficult comes inside me, I try to numb myself by getting drunk or, you know, getting the dopamine hit from getting laid or whatever, you know. And the thing is, the difficult inevitably came to cash in on what it was owed. Boom, panic attacks. So fucking, like all the difficult I've been avoiding for years, I had to go through all of it in several months, right? And this is how I learned this, you know, guys, because having overcome that difficult, that made my life less difficult than ever. But also, it didn't stop being difficult altogether. It's just that some things that were difficult for me no longer were, or at least very, very much less difficult. And when I knew difficult situations arise, I'm now just so much better at handling them, guys. I'm telling you now, it's like so no one believes me, you know, because I've done so much work. I have such extreme stress tolerance now. But I've gone through this, I'm in an anxious phase for myself right now. That it's like, you know, it's a lot of things have accumulated, and I've also had a couple of pretty tough falls and winters these last few years for, you know, other reasons. And we always tend to get a little more depressed then, right? So it's a lot of associations, right? And there's a lot of uncertainty, and I, you know, keep grinding with a lot of stuff in my life with not knowing the outcome. And that triggers from my childhood trauma, anxiety that is fucking grueling at times. As of right now, talking to you, it's much better because I've done the cold shower and I've done the meditation. I've asked God to please help me keep the peace, allow me to not feed the anxiety and just let it sit there and not be any worse, so I can go about my day, you know. And now I do, and now I'm telling you this video, and it's like people don't believe it when they see a guy like me, because, you know, I look good, yes, my hair is good, my skin is good, I'm fucking jacked, you know, I have this high energy, I talk, I'm an extrovert, I don't seem shy at all, high confidence. I'm just on top of my shit all the time. The ways I structure my days, you know, cold shower, boom, exercise or walk, record video, Greek lesson, boom, away to train in the gym, boom, have clients, boom, record another video, boom, run Instagram, you know. I do all this shit, and people think then, oh, he can't be struggling too much. It can't be the same for you when you go through that. Like, no shit, it's not the same, because I built this man, you know, that tolerates it so much better and has a process to deal with the difficult when it comes up. But don't believe for a second that I don't. Do I look like a guy that's just fucking comfortable all the time? Do you think it's because I'm so fucking chill and relaxed that I do all these things? No, I can be. I am very chill and relaxed about certain things. And when I'm in a high state, then, you know, there's like no external pressure, no external difficulty like that. That of course is another story. But at times in my life, I just as any human will be stressed, I'll be sad, I'll be angry and frustrated, and it's just that I found great ways to deal with it, you know. So that's my point with this video, is you have to seek out the difficult before, you know, now, when all this comes, you know, and I'm coming off this summer when I've been in a really giga high state, you know, I know this time all the time that it will come times so I face it, even in the high state, you know, I choose to, so the high state, for you that don't know, it's just, you know, when you're just pretty much feeling great, everything is going your way and you just feel on top of your shit all the time. But even then, I chose to, you know, face a lot of difficulty. Like, I just approach some random girls because I know that they're, you know, people don't do that much, and I don't looking to get anything out of these girls, but just, you know, the judgment, the being rejected, that she doesn't really want to talk to me, and that I chose to do things like that in a high state. And this with sunning your balls, sunning naked, you know, I wasn't comfortable with doing that because, you know, we've all been shamed into thinking there's something wrong with our naked bodies. And of course there are many situations where you shouldn't be naked, but that you're just naked, suntanning, you've hidden away in nature and someone could walk by. That's not something that you're supposed to be afraid of, but I am, because of the norms, right? So I face that, and etc. I've done everything I can. I keep training hard, you know, keep doing the cold showers and all that shit in the high state. So now that when the actual difficult arrives, guys, there, you know, it's an accumulation of stresses in my life, but some things are bigger than others, and lots of uncertainty, you know. So when this comes, guys, it is very difficult. That's the thing with difficult. It never goes away. That's what I said at the start of the video. People, it's like they think that being happy, for instance, being fulfilled or whatever, means never having to face the difficult. It's not true, guys. That's a fairy tale. What it means is that, yeah, when you face, you're always going to have to face difficult one way or another, right? And so a person like me that has had a lot of difficult in life but chosen to flee from it before, and now has built this process of always facing lots and lots of difficult, then I'm going to have these high state periods where almost nothing feels difficult. Yes, that's true, but it's not a permanent situation. Life has this, it's the yin and yang thing. It will always pulse. An upswing always has to, you know, it follows a downswing, and etc., you know. So it's now that I put in all this work and I come to actual difficulty. I can't say that it's not difficult, but, you know, it's not much that's going to change with how I go about my life. I've been out here doing the same things I do on mornings where I'm happy and excited, you know. I'm doing the exact same things. It's just that I have to feel worse when I do it. But it's because I know that I'm dealing, it's because of the difficult I've chosen to face these 4 years, that I am so good at just keep going about the things I have to do now. And I know that it's because I keep doing it that I will rise again to a new high level. And yeah, things won't be so difficult for a while. Yeah, guys, I'm just thinking if there's anything more I want to say at the end here. It's like, you know, people complain, oh, I'm depressed, oh, I'm this and this and this and that, you know. But that's the thing, you know, I'm thinking of one guy that I've been coaching that, I'm just hear him sit and talk, complain about the same fucking things all the time, to be honest, same emotions and thoughts and that. And it's not, I'm not, you know, I know myself how fucking difficult some thoughts and feelings are, right? Like, that's the whole point, guys. I know it better than anyone. And that's why I do all this shit. And so many, they find it, now it's so difficult when I feel this way to do those things. It's like, yeah, so you're just gonna sit with the difficult feelings instead and make them worse and worse with your shit lifestyle instead. Hide away from it, or you're not really, you know, you're taking a loan. That's the thing. If you don't take the difficult now, the difficult will come in the future, and it's like you're taking a loan from your mental, physical and spiritual well-being. And yeah, so it's not without empathy. I say a thing like complaining about the emotions. It's just a factual description of what's going on. Because you're choosing this now. You're choosing that difficult. You're choosing to, you know, smoke weed and eat crap and not go to the gym, really. You're choosing this now. That's the difficult you're choosing instead of the difficult I'm proposing. One where you stop doing the bullshit things of those and start fucking going to the gym and working on yourself. That's difficult, yes. Yes, and it's even more difficult when you have anxiety and all that fucking shit, you know. But that's why. It's gonna, you make it more difficult so it becomes more easy after. That's the thing, when you overcome the difficult, the nice, the easy, the pleasant, the comfortable is left there. And then it goes in waves, because that's how life are. How life is, I mean. Okay guys, it's a little rambly, all over the place kind of thing, but yeah. It's definitely a theme now, I think. You know, we're heading towards darker times. I fortunately will be moving to Greece in not too long, but, you know, all of you won't. So, yeah, you know, we're moving towards more depressing times than that. So, you know, and it's just natural. I have the difficult has been more prevalent in my life recently. So it just makes sense, guys. But please let me know, is there anything else on these mental health, difficult anxiety kind of subjects you want me to follow up on? You know, I'm a fucking master at anxiety. Do you understand that I experience very, very strong anxiety sometimes from childhood trauma? It's my trigger, you know, my triggered behavior or feeling, if that makes sense. And do you understand that I scored in a personality test where I don't try to cheat, or 0% in neuroticism, 0%, because they're not testing the way you feel in a test like that. It's the way you act. And that's the thing, guys, because of all the fucking, I have so much experience with the difficult that 0% neuroticism, even for a guy that can feel super, super anxious, and that the anxious feeling is like everything that's going on right now. I've become so strong, guys, at dealing with the difficult. I can just, yeah, it's still the experience. Do you understand? The experience I have with it is still very, very, very uncomfortable. It's just that I'm much more able to go about my life, do the things I need to do for me and for other people. And I think that's a better way of doing it than just fucking hiding away behind junk food, porn, social media, you know, technology, and just lying in bed until you're so fucking sick, fat and depressed that you can't do shit for yourself or anyone else, right? Which way? Which way? Are you gonna take the difficult now, or are you gonna take it later? Because that's the choices you have. There's no third choice with no difficult tags. Does not exist. Okay guys, please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health. Yeah, all that kind of cool shit, guys. Have a lovely week with the difficult, and I'll see you later. Peace.